Hey, what's up, everyone? Now we are live. What is going on, our crawlers and our cast members, whoever's watching this at this time? If you're watching it later tonight, which I'm pretty sure you are because a lot of people are still in school right now, welcome.
Mm, yeah, we're doing this a day before we were supposed to do it.
And that's okay, because
There's a hurricane coming to destroy a lot of stuff, and so we have to hurry and do this.
Yeah.
Because Hurricane
Yeah.
Florence is calling us out, and we need to go and beat it up. And you guys are gonna see. You guys are gonna look on the news, and you're gonna be like, "Hey, look, what's going on with Hurricane Florence? Oh, people are beating it up. It's a group of people beating up Hurricane Florence," and they're just like, "Oh crap,
look
there
at
it
them
is."
go.
So we have to do the stream early, so tomorrow we can go confront Florence and beat it up.
Yeah.
And
Otherwise, it's gonna kill millions, maybe
I
even
can't join
thousands.
tomorrow. I would have to go to school.
school,
Screw your school.
school is for the
Why
weak.
didn't you let me off today?
School is for the weak. Weak, weak, weak. That's not true. Kids, stay in school, please. Um, education is definitely valuable. I don't want to. I don't want to start. I don't want to start off my. Oh wait, I didn't even put us in yet. Oh crap. Oh, I'm slipping.
Yeah, we're talking to the boy still.
Yeah.
Hi, boy.
Anyways, hey guys.
We're in the hallway
Right now, just chilling.
Yeah, we were just hiding in the corner playing Monopoly, and that's okay. Uh,
That's how you destroy my friendship.
I was winning. I'm just
No,
kidding.
you
Cora
weren't.
was. Cora, Cora was winning, and
Yeah.
yeah, I was just like, hey, look, we gotta stream, and Cora was like, all right, cool. After I beat you, I'm gonna take over the railroad and get it from you, and I was just like, no, don't take my railroad, and she took my railroad. So
I was put in jail. I didn't pay 200.
yeah,
I'm the ultimate monocular.
monopular,
No,
monopolist.
Monopolist.
I don't know if that's an actual word either. It sounds like one. Monopular, monopolist, whatever you are. You know what you are though, to confirm. You know what you are to confirm. You are one of the main artists, and that's who we're talking about today. We are we are interviewing the main artist group, and the two.
We're leaning our heads together because it looks really cute.
It's
I didn't mean to ask. It's adorable.
it's super cute. I don't know.
Oh, it's making my heart go doki doki.
I mean, it works with our in-joke contexts. You know, Papa Jason and Chibiku.
All right.
Anyway,
Okay, done.
So I'm gonna
I've only
start.
got an hour, so that's what we're gonna use.
All right. So I'm gonna start the questions because the questions are important to the stream. Yeah. Um. All right. So the first question, and I asked this to Valerie and Spiky last time. There's a lot of reoccurring questions in these interviews, just so I can get just a different kind of answers, different kind of input and stuff. Um. So my first question to you guys is, how much different do you guys think your lives would be if you hadn't hopped onto the project?
A lot dumber. I don't think we would be friends anymore, Danger. To be honest, I think I would have ended up going my separate ways and been like, good luck. Uh, so, uh, I honestly think we wouldn't be friends still. That's that's my opinion because after our dramatic event back in whatever, not gonna explain details. I if I didn't offer my help, then I don't think I would have been friends with you still.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, just walked away and been like, I have new friends. I don't even think I would have met Mackenzie.
Probably not.
Like, if that was the case. Actually, I don't even think I'd be dating Nero either. I think I'd be, still stuck in my own little world.
Well, it's a good thing you hopped on, isn't it?
Yes. because I love my friends dearly. And actually, I don't even think Spiky would have adopted me either.
Oh, it's a
So
good thing.
there's a lot of things that probably would have happened that I'm glad that happened.
There you go. That's how you look at it.
Yay.
Kenzie,
I have
what do
no
you think?
idea where my life would be. I definitely wouldn't have as many friends in the Sonic community as I do now. Whether they're friends or not anymore. I dropped my pen. But but no, I met like so many great people here. So many friends I would consider family. And if I didn't join this project by auditioning for Sally, then I'd have a lot less work.
Yeah, right, right.
Yeah,
Is it
I
a
wouldn't be
bad
stretching
thing
out.
though?
Wouldn't, well, kinda. Because I wouldn't be testing out the waters and stretching my talent and getting better with this whole background art and actually just art in general.
Right.
Yeah. So it's really good to be part of this project, and honestly, I have no idea what I would do if I weren't in it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not good with interviews.
You're doing fine.
Doing
Yay.
wonderful.
You're answering the questions, and that's how interviews work.
You're answering them honestly and truthfully.
And that's how they're supposed to work. It's all good. Um, what was your first thought when you joined the team, the artist team specifically, not just Light Ivy, but what was your first thought? What were you thinking? What was your head at? I can be anybody who can start.
I'm used to Cora going first.
Switch.
She's sleepy. She needs coffee.
Did you
I have coffee. It's not helping.
did you hear the question?
Uh...
What was your first thought when you joined the artist team?
Dude, I offered my help.
Just
I mean, I did
saying. I
too,
mean,
but
I
you can
could have
still answer
denied,
the
but I'm
question.
saying
um,
I could have denied your help, but I'm
true.
saying when you were accepted, when I accepted your offer, what was your
It's
first
kind
thought?
of like my first thought was like, sweet, I get to be part of something big. Literally, that was it. No excitement or anything. It was just like, sweet, he accepted me.
Nice. That's cool.
I would.
That's
It
cool.
was so chill.
Nice. I mean, all right, cool. Now, Kenzie, it was a little bit different for you. It was
Yes.
you did
I
offer your services, but we were looking for it at the time. So it's
yeah.
like, what was your first thought when you got accepted? Because we had to look at your previous work on like, you making like I gave you prompts like make a cave, make a like a plane, and make it like a ocean.
Yeah, Notion.
Um,
Uh when I was accepted, I was like, "Oh, crap, really? Those weren't that good." Or at least that's what I think now. But when I was uh introduced into the artist team, I was like, yes, this is finally my chance to try something bigger and get myself uh, to push me to my limits in sorts. And
right.
so far from that experience, I am improving in my own art.
And you're doing wonderful.
Thank you. Like if you compare the backgrounds I'm doing now for episode 2 with episode 1, it's like, yep, there's a major improvement.
Well, um, I mean, like that's really cool. I mean, like I mean, I wouldn't know I made this thing, so I mean, like I didn't really have like jitters or I was
You
like
didn't have
Yeah.
plans.
could you imagine if I was talking to myself like, "Hey, you're in the project." What? Really? I made
Are
it.
you
I'm good
sure?
enough. What? That's crazy.
Are
Oh, my
you sure,
audition wasn't even
Danger?
that good.
I just hope that my answer doesn't sound too selfish because I do want to see the project succeed and I wanted to help it from the start, but I also had like my
Yeah.
own intentions.
It doesn't sound
Hope that's
selfish. It
okay.
sounds ambitious. Like that's what everybody strives for, you know? Everybody kind of
Shoot.
strives for that kind of sense of getting better, sense of being a part of something big and like, seeing where you could go with your talent. I mean, like that doesn't sound selfish. It just sounds like you're doing something that will better you as a person. And I mean, it's not even just bettering you, it's helping out others as well. So I mean, like it's not really selfish. If anything, it's
I'm glad I
helpful.
can help others.
You're being so helpful.
why did I put I had my questions right here. I put them away. I don't know why. I have to keep them in my hand, otherwise I
Danger.
forget about them.
We're not done with the interview yet.
No, we're not,
Yeah.
and that's the thing.
Are you expecting us to leave?
No.
Yeah, I can leave right now if you want me to. If you
It's
don't
fine.
care.
I'll get back to work and be your slave.
Yeah.
Oh, this is more of an opinionative question. I just want to see your standpoint, or I just want to hear your answers. Your answers on the whole thing. Um, what do you think is more important when it comes down to an episode, the artwork of it or the writing of it?
Writing.
Definitely writing.
And
Be-
why?
Because when it comes down to, because when you're making an art, it can be visually based off of how you feel or whatever. But like when you're making an episode, you have to look at a script and you have to make sure that what you're drawing is up to detail to like at least what the director visualizes. And when it comes down to trying to figure out what the artist wants, um, it it has to deal with writing and stuff because when it comes to the writing, you need to make sure that you know what you're looking at and you know what the director wants from that piece, from that panel or whatever you're drawing. And so I say more writing based
Mm-hmm.
because when again it's more of like what the director wants to see and not what the artist what the artist puts down on the paper.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yes, for other things outside of like cartoons or television shows or whatever, yes, artists can do whatever the hell they want. They could just put down
Hey,
whatever.
I'm not allowed to curse.
No, we could say hell's PG-13.
Yeah, that is fine.
Yeah, I forgot. Watching you,
Damn,
girl.
damn in hell, that's fine.
Damn in hell's
I'm
fine.
watching you.
I
Continue.
promise I'm not gonna swear.
I know.
But like whenever it comes down to artworks, the artist can put down whatever the frick they want on the paper, and and then it can either be story based or it cannot be story based. It just depends. Um, but I believe that when it comes down to a show like Guardians, then you should have a script that has, at least what the director visualizes for that scene in particular. And if you don't know what he wants particularly, then the artist has to ask. Like the artist has to go to the director and ask them, "How do you want to see this?" And that's why writing is so important.
Yeah, I mean, because like you can have a show, but like I mean, like at the people. I think the reason why I think I put this question on here was to see because it really is opinionative because people can I mean you can writing sucks. I mean like writing can be bad, it can be good, it can be like average, and a lot of shows have that kind of they don't have great writers to it, but they have amazing art. And the writing
Hmm.
just sucks. And you're just like, why is that character doing? It makes no sense. But people look at visuals a lot more than they look at the true narrative of something. So it's
Hmm.
like, it's sometimes the art style really like attracts the eye. But what's that really important is how the story is written and how the narrative gets across. And that's how I feel about it. Because without like a like true like standpoint about it, it's like ugh, Like
Yeah,
that.
dude, there's like a few projects out there that like, don't do very well in art wise or like writing wise, and then the art is like really good at storytelling more than the writing.
Right.
And it's like one of those scripts where like, okay, this is all dialogue, read it and voice act it, and then the artist is like, what am I supposed to do? And then they're like, just do whatever you think it looks best for the dialogue.
Right.
Yeah, it's actually funny. Like, you're looking at it from an artist's perspective when I'm just trying to look at it in general. Like, you can have a cartoon that looks amazing, fantastic. And you're just like, oh my god, this is awesome. But then it has really terrible writing, and it's like that doesn't really match up. Yet you can have something that's like very roughly animated with little to no in between frames with good dialogue, and I think that one tends to stick more and has more of a charm because it's trying to make something out of it with the limited resources it has, rather than throwing a big old budget on amazing visuals while having the worst writers that God has ever created. So I think it's really something. I would definitely say writing is more important, but that's my opinion. I just think the better the writing, the more it's going to stick, whether it has a terrible budget for animation or not.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Good,
Guys, more
good
art.
job. That was a
Yeah, I
good
like this.
discussion. um. Now this is more of a put yourself in a situation kind of question. If you could live in the world of Guardians, so technically kind of like my brainchild thing, would you or would you not? I want to hear your answers, and without spoiling anything, obviously. But I mean, like, it's like,
Like the current one that everybody knows now, or
yeah,
like,
yeah. Let's
okay,
let's say that. Let's say that
like
the
cause
current one, the
like
pilot,
like the current, yeah, okay, pilot wise.
pilot wise. How we looking?
Got it. Okay, we're not going farther. Got it.
How we looking?
Um, I'd say sure. Let's do it. I want to live in that world. It's nice and peaceful. Nothing bad will go wrong. Totally not those golems. Oh, geez. I'd say if I had to give a real honest answer, though, I'd say, and this is like, if would I live there? Like, sort of question. Is that the question
Yeah.
that's being asked? Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say probably not. Um, I don't. I think if I had a choice of staying in this world or staying in Guardians, I think I'd choose this world. I like my life here. And don't get me wrong, being like, going to live in the Guardians world where it's nice and peaceful as it is right now, it seems like a really good, scenario to be in. But I mean, after a while, it kind of gets pretty dull, and you wish things would, catch up or pick up or whatever. And I'm not saying nothing's not like gonna pick up or anything. I'm just saying that I'm just saying, like, if you're there for a good long while, and this is pilot wise, and it's like stays peaceful and nice and happy and whatever, then it gets pretty boring, and you want to do something more than just that. And then because like when the world we live in, it's like pretty busy almost all the time, and that's what makes my life better. So, and plus, if I move to Guardians, there's no telling if Nero would go with me or not. So I'd like to stay for him too, and for all the friends I have here. Because if I were to be like, there's a portal for Guardians, should I jump in or not? I'd stay here because this is where all my friends are, and I probably would have no friends in that world unless freaking the characters are like, hi!
Right.
But then again, it's like kind of like if I knew that those were just the voices of my friends, then it just make me even more sadder.
Right. Okay.
I don't know. If I were able to go and visit, then I definitely would. Gosh, that's like really tough. Because I agree with Cora on all aspects. Like, I've got my friends here, or at least the friends on the internet, because I don't have any friends in real life. And I have, like, all these things that I can do. But honestly, if I were at least able to visit, if I could find that same portal, Cora, and go through there, yet find a portal back, like go take a vacation for like a week or something there and see everything, then hell yeah, I would.
Yeah,
There's
like,
magic and everything. I
yeah,
like it.
see,
Oh,
like,
sorry, was that a spoiler?
No.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I was like, crap. Oh, that's right. It's
yeah,
not,
see,
because Valerie uses her water. Ooh.
I can agree with you on that, Mackenzie, because like if I had a chance to visit it, then yeah, sure. But if I had to live in it, I don't think I'd want to do that.
Spend the rest of your life
Yeah.
in Linian.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To never return.
Yeah.
All
Because
right.
I have plans, you know? I've got
Absolutely.
plans.
We've got plans.
It's totally not involving Nero.
So
Jesus
I
Christ.
totally switched up this answer. I mean, this question for this particular stream, and I asked Jax and Valerie last time if in the event that I could not hold up my position as president of Light Ivy, which one of them would be the president and vice president? Which one of you guys would lead the art direction to make sure that the art production still goes well?
I'm pretty sure it's Cora.
Yeah, I thought I was already leader. Like, come on, Danger. I thought I was already leader.
I'm just saying.
Like, okay, let's
Now,
like,
wait. Now, let's look at it like this way. Let's look at this. Okay. I'm not there anymore. Someone's like, well, me, as a snooty guy, who we don't have this kind of character in our chat. I don't know who this is supposed to be. But I say that I want that person to lead the art. Or direct it. Because technically, Cora, you are the person that's pushing the art and doing the main direction of it. However, if someone were to be like, well, I think I'm going to direct the art team, and you guys have to discuss it amongst yourselves, who would
at that point, if anything ever actually happened to you, Danger, and
why does it always have to
like if like I'm not saying that you died because I actually watched their live stream and I was like, what the hell? Why are you guys talking about like you died? I'm saying if you actually left and said screw this project, I would have been I would have, because you said this in the first one too, that you would leave the writing portion or the whatever portion to me, and I would have just like, okay, well, I can do some of the writing with Nero's help, because like he's got the visualization of it. I can just tell him what to write, and then I can also lead the art team, because then I can at least tell people, hey, this is how it's supposed to go, and not like be like, oh, no, not like that. You're doing it all wrong. Bad person, bad so and so. And if then somebody like that showed up, that's when I'd stand my position and be like, listen, I'm glad you want to offer your help. I'm grateful, but I think I got this in the bag. I mean, you could always help us lead it, but right now I am the leader. Now, unless I said, bye, screw you, I would have just been like, Mackenzie, you're in charge. I'm no longer in charge.
Okay.
Because she's like my co-leader. So, because we've been a duo since the beginning, and I'm pretty sure I would just tell her, listen, Mackenzie, I can't do this anymore. I need to leave. My life is a wreck. My life is terrible right now. I need you to take over for me. Get Valerie to draw the characters. Get somebody who's actually a good character artist to do it. I can't do it anymore. There's my answer.
Yeah, I would. It definitely would be Cora, but that's mainly because she already knows so much about the world and the characters and everything that I don't stand a chance because I never seem to remember everything about this project. So
Right.
it's like, well, if she knows everything, then she knows what needs to be done, and I'll just, be the vice president. I
Yeah.
don't mind.
Nice.
I like you as my vice president. We've been a duo since the beginning.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Yahoo!
You're tempting me.
I know.
Was
you
that
guys
your
had to
intention
work-
all along?
Yes.
All right. If you guys had to work with a bigger team of artists on a single episode, would you guys think it'll be easier or harder for you guys? Name some pros and cons for me. Lay down the pavement.
Both.
Ooh, good answer.
I say both because when it comes to me and Mackenzie, it's like the way our dynamic works is that when I'm done, either if I sketched out a page or I'm done coloring a character in, I hand it to Mackenzie and she's like, okay, what kind of setting is this in? And I'm like, it's in this kind of setting. And then like this is goes. So sure, there's mistakes here and there, like she forgets that this is a different kind of setting, but
That was like
and then-
once because you changed it.
right, and then it's like I forgot to tell her about that too, so there's another problem. So it's like, oops, I forgot. But when it comes to a bigger team, I think there'd be more hands on board, and like it would help with determine setting. It would help determine like backgrounds in like if we had a background concept artist, if we had like a concept artist for like a lot of things, then that would help us like, draw down what backgrounds are needed to look like, what characters are supposed to look like this is how tall each character is compared to this other character. That would help a lot. But the downside of that would be that there'd be more. I feel like there wouldn't be the dynamic where everybody gets along all the time, which of course nobody is always perfect, and I know that everybody's going to argue here and there. But like I feel like it'd be more of a serious kind of group, and it'd be more of like disagreements a lot, and this character shouldn't look this way. I don't like the way this character looks, or I mean, we should probably change the setting and the story itself or whatever. And it's like, I feel like with that kind of big hands-on group, it would help us draw things better. But I kind of like our dynamic duo right now because then it's like more compatible, and then we understand what happens. Like if somebody messes up, then it's like,
Nope.
I don't know.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Did she
She's
drop off
mid-answer.
the face of the earth?
Cora?
Cora?
Uh-oh. Technical difficulties.
Jesus
He's
Christ.
back.
Oh, there she is.
My computer crashed. Oh, well, that's nice.
Welcome back.
Hello. As I'm booting up
Oh no!
as I'm booting up my computer, I forgot where I was at.
You say you like the dynamic that you have now.
I like the dynamic we got right now because then it's more compatible, and like if somebody makes a mistake, then the one of us will point it out and be like, hey, isn't that supposed to be whatever, and then we can always go back and change it. And then like it's more workable that way, because then on top of that we're also friends, and then we get along with each other. And I don't think we've ever had an argument before, Mackenzie.
I
Like-
don't think so. I'm not sure.
Like
outside of art-wise, probably, but like art-wise, I don't think we've ever had an argument about what it's supposed to look like or whatever.
I don't think so.
And maybe that's why like I like the way that our dynamic works. And I would appreciate like having concept artists, but I think we're okay with the artists we have because we have so many of them on the team anyways. And they're already doing their like, own part in this project anyways. And they also helped make characters and they also helped like with other backgrounds maybe, and it just works out that way. And I like the dynamic duo we got for the show itself, because then we won't have to worry about it. And yeah, we do have a storyboard artist, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not every day I talk to him. Actually, I don't talk to MacKenzie every day either, but like,
Yeah.
I know you longer.
I get you. I get you.
So what was the question again?
If you had to work with a team of artists, would it be easier or harder?
Well, being with a team, it would be, things would probably, if people all did their part, I did their part on time, we'd get done miles faster than we do now.
That'd be a definite bonus.
Yeah, that's a definite pro of having a bigger art team.
Mhm.
But there would be more chaos. That would be a con of it. There'd probably be more chaos and more disagreements, like Cora said. And I think that's what I would say about those. I personally can go either way. I like what we have right now, and a bigger artist team would not faze me all that much because then we'd get work done faster.
Right. And I don't mind that either.
Yeah. So
I just prefer to be friends with everybody I can.
yeah. I mean, we have a lot more artists behind the scenes, but that's for like side projects and then the storyboard that, took a
And
while to get done.
Character arts because, battery and whatever.
Yeah, and that too. But I say I can go either way. I like what we have right now, though.
Me and Cora, duo.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Nice.
Let's do it!
As I'm trying to boot up my computer because it crashed. Oof.
By the end of the show, what would you guys have hoped to accomplish?
Success.
Okay. I mean, yeah. But I think the end qualifies as success. No matter if it does well or not, it's like we're done, we did it, it's over.
Success.
But at that point, I mean, looking at it from how it affects people and how you think, like, what would you have hoped to have sparked from people that you would have, like, kind of, what would you think, like, what would you have want? What do you want to feel by the end of it? What do you want to feel like? What do you want to feel like you've contributed to the world or just us in general? Like, what would you have want to
Can I stop going first, please?
Can we go?
Okay, say the question again. I wasn't prepared because I'm used to Clara going first.
I said, by the end of the show, what would you have hoped to accomplish?
Oh, okay. I hope that I would accomplish helping you achieve your goals.
Oh.
Because that's why I work so hard, because you have such a great idea, and the world needs to know this great idea. So I'm pushing you in the direction of, what was that? Did she leave? Thought I heard something. What just happened?
I don't know.
Okay, good. You're still here.
Yeah.
But yeah, trying to push you towards the direction of where you need to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what Valerie said. So it's really cool. You guys had kind of like a similar answer. That's cool. Okay, Cora, it's your turn now. Get out of that corner. Monopoly's on timeout.
Like
She's gone.
I thought I heard like the
Oh, she's gone.
Yeah, I thought I heard that sound, and that's why I stopped in mid sentence because I was like, did somebody just leave? What's going on?
Technical difficulties.
Thought she was rebooting her
I
computer.
guess she is, but I guess she got off her phone, so she can get
Why?
here.
Well, it's taken a while.
Cora, where you at? Sorry about the technical difficulties.
She's pretending to be a mime. You see her sitting right there. She has her mouth open, but she's not saying anything. She's practicing her mime abilities.
I'm telling you, this is a hologram, and she's back over there playing Monopoly and cheating. She's cheating, playing Monopoly.
Cora, get out of the bank! You're not the banker. Stop taking the money. Well, shoot, we're gonna be down 500.
Nope. There we go. Welcome back. I hope you're ready to answer the question.
I heard the thing on the live stream, so yay! Just to recap question, the what was it? Success thing?
What would you have hoped to accomplish by the end of the show?
I would hope to accomplish inspiring new people to start their own project. Because I mean, we have a good dynamic duo, and I think we have like a good group and whatever, and I think people will be able to do the same if they get inspired to do their own show like this. And by the end of it, I hope that we all get inspired to do something creative in the world. Short and sweet.
Creativity for the win.
Hell yeah.
What a nice, wholesome bunch of answers. Nobody's crying, so I'm doing a good job.
I felt bad for Valerie that day. I was like, oh my god, Valerie. Such a sweetheart.
What is your inspiration when you're doing art for the show? What inspires you?
Shit, now I gotta think.
Hey, you curse, fucker!
Hey!
Yeah.
No, we're not doing this here. No.
You jinxed yourself
Cora,
earlier,
swear
man.
jar. We're
I
getting a swear
did,
jar.
I
You
did,
guys are
I really
putting money
did.
in
It
that
always
right now.
Get that
But
swear jar
gosh
up.
darn it, I gotta think.
Yes.
Yeah, we both have to.
Because when it comes down to inspirations, I don't have that many inspirations that make me draw. I just do it.
Right? Just do it.
Yes, Nero. I understand. $10 here. Take my money. Whatever.
Had an extra 10 because I cursed and
I'm
joked
gonna
about
have to
it.
make this one unlisted.
Or you can just bleep it out.
I can't do that right now.
I know. You can always just
Later.
I have
Yeah,
to
later.
re-upload it with the bleep.
bleep.
Okay. It's only two. It's only two.
And consecutively. So I won't have to go on a scavenger hunt.
Now, where were those bleeps?
Anyways,
Hmm.
so there's nothing that inspires you to draw?
Like
Nothing
the
that
only
gets you
thing
going?
The only thing I could really say that ever actually inspired me was starting it. Like starting to draw. Like I've told you this story like a bunch of times, but like back in middle school, the only reason why I started actually drawing was because of an art teacher who like actually pushed my like capabilities to the limit. And it was only because I doodled outside of it.
Right.
But like out of like, you know, Guardians and stuff, I don't have an inspiration. There's nothing that inspires me to do it. It's just kind of like one of those things where it's like, oh, danger's calling me. Hey, I should start drawing too, and whatever. Or like maybe an idea pops in my head and I'm like, I should draw this down so I don't forget it. And it's like when I don't get that inspiration. Like, you know, most people are like,
I got inspired by Valerie Cat because she's really cool.
and you know, that was your inspiration, Danger, to start your own project, which is like one of those things. Or like I know a few people who are like I got inspired by this artist on YouTube. She doesn't know who I am or whatever. And or like this famous artist who's like now passed away has inspired me to do art. But like again, I don't have that kind of inspiration. It just kind of started on its own. And it's always been that way. I don't really do anything else. Sure, like yeah, the cosplay and the crossover stuff is like one of those inspirational, like,
Hey, I saw a new anime. I can totally draw us in those clothes or whatever.
but like other than that, nothing inspires me to do Guardians.
Is that your voice? Is that your voice outside of this?
Yeah.
This is my voice, okay, everybody? This is how I actually sound. Sorry, dear. I lied to you.
They're really good at putting up the act.
I am? Oh my god. Becky!
Kimberly!
Oh my god.
Becky! Do you see how good of a voice actor I am?
I sure do.
Kenzie, you don't have any inspiration either?
I never said that.
Okay.
What was the question again, though? just to be completely clear in context, the actual question word for word.
Damn it, Mackenzie.
What is your inspiration when doing art for the show?
For the show. Well, I'm not entirely sure. I've been doing art for as long as I can remember. Usually used to be just me drawing a bunch of cartoon characters because I liked them. And that's evolved, of course. And I have like something driving me to do art. But the thing that drives me to push myself in order to try new things, someone once said, if you feel safe in the area you're working in, you're not working in the right area. Always go a little further beyond your beyond what you're comfortable with, and when your feet are not quite touching the bottom, you're just about to do something exciting. And I take that one quote to heart. And within the past 2 years, I've been doing all that, doing things out of what was my comfort zone at the time. And I'm like, holy crap, I'm actually like really excited by this, and this is turning out to be like my best work yet. So that quote usually inspires me to keep going with art, whether in general or in Guardians. And so, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
That sounds nice. Sounds great, actually. Yeah, I got inspired by simple stuff. It was. But it's
I
okay.
didn't get inspired at all.
I need a quote to live by now.
A quote to live by:
I need a
be as
quote to live
creative
by.
as you can.
I can try to find one on Google. Life.
Danger, just
life
be
take-
creative as you are.
Yeah. It's a.
That's my quote. Be as creative as you are.
Be as creative as you are.
What if you don't know how creative you are?
Mackenzie, you are very creative. You
I
exist
try.
for a reason.
Oh, shoot.
Now, this is for future stuff. I wanted to talk to you guys about the future.
Ooh, scary.
Now, I know at one point, I know it's hard to think about, but Guardians won't be around anymore. It's gonna be a part of my life where it's over, where it's just gone. You know, where we go from here, I don't know. Didn't think that far ahead. Don't have a contingency plan. Anyways, say that Guardians isn't a part. It's not around. It's whatever. Say that it's gone. It's canceled. We did it. Whatever. Whatever way makes you feel good inside on how it's gone. Do you guys think that you guys will take your talents as an artist seriously by, going like selling prints or um, you know, just like taking the extra mile or doing something else that's similar, like a project or something, but something that you know that like get into like a studio, like the serious industry business for doing art and like and going into the industry and doing art for like a major like studio or something. Do you guys think that that your art after Guardians will take you somewhere else?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think it would, but as of my like total answer for reasoning why, I don't have one.
Right.
Um, hopefully I make prints for like, Guardians and stuff and be like, hey, this is what I did before. But other than outside of that, I don't see me doing any other projects after that. If it's like one of those projects that take a really long time, then I think right after we're done with it, then I think I'd want to be settled down and just continue living out my life. Yeah, I would still want to make art
Would
and
you rather be
whatever.
like a freelance artist or just like just chilling, you know, living off of your
Um,
success?
I think I'd be probably like a freelance artist. And like, I mean, I'd still keep that job and stuff,
Right.
and I'd still do my work. But like, if this project continues on until like I'm 25 or something, then um, then I'd probably not work as much as I am now. And if like I've got kids, then yeah, I'm gonna still work, but not as fast.
Uh-huh.
And I think if I were to like, sell prints, then I'd do it with the pride I had in working with this project.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see myself doing any more like projects after this. Because I think if I ever did any more art, it wouldn't be for projects anymore.
Okay.
Because like when you're drawing, your art style is unique, and it's and unique in a way that it's unique to you or to the people that you make for it. And for this project, it's unique for Guardians and stuff. So I don't if after I get asked a bunch of questions about join my project to be an artist or whatever, I'm gonna say no to it because I just think it'd be best to keep it unique to Guardians only.
Mm-hmm.
And that would just give like an impression saying, hey, this this artwork is not like, one of like it's not really it wouldn't be unique after if I just joined a bunch of projects and people are like, hey, that's the same artist who did Guardians and whatever, which that'd still be unique in a way, but I think I just want to keep it Guardians based because then it just keep it more unique.
Okay.
There you go. There's my answer.
What was
Nice.
the question?
My throat started hurting after saying all that. I
Basically, is
I
there
didn't tear up. Ha!
basically, Mackenzie, the question was just if after Guardians is gone, whether it's canceled or whatever happens, um, would you basically still be an artist in a different aspect of your life, like try to go into like the industry or like sell your prints or whatever else or something like that?
Oh, hell yeah, I'd definitely be an artist. What do you think? This is the only thing I ever draw for? I mean, it's the only real project that I do art for that's on the internet. But I would definitely love to take my talents into some career. I'm going to college for graphic design and animation, and hopefully I can do something with that so I could get some money.
Do you think that
um, yeah.
like being a part of this will kind of further kind of like test your metal, kind of like prove yourself in like a better environment and stuff like that. Like, you know, once you work here, like and no matter if it ends like on a nice note or a bad note, it's like, do you think that because you've worked here and because of like the reputation that we may or may not get, who knows, do you think that'll carry some weight with it? Your work here, do you think it'll carry weight into whatever career you choose?
Um, I would definitely carry the weight. I don't know if whatever career I choose or what place I work at, I don't know whether they would care or not, but I would always treasure this experience, whether it goes, great and we have success, or it goes straight down the drain or gets canceled or something. Either way, I would still consider this one of the best aspects of my art career, if you could call it that, because I'm already pushing myself to see how well I can do within the art field. And this is like definitely helping me, giving me experience doing background art and then, doing shorties on the side and all that.
Right.
So it's definitely valuable when it comes to experience.
Okay. Well, that's good and dandy. You guys have been a great crowd today. It's been great. It's been good.
Wait, is that the last question or no?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow,
Yeah.
we got through that fast.
It's only been 50 minutes, dude. I thought there was like another one right after that.
Nope. There's no more. We're done. I'm kidding. There's one more.
Dang.
There's one more.
Oh, cool.
Huh.
Guys were like, what?
Over already.
What?
Well, it was nice seeing you guys. I'm gonna have to go.
Well, guys, I'm gonna have to catch you on the flip side. Now, let's see. How can I word this question? It would. I don't want to say how it is because it sounds stupid. I'm trying to make myself look.
I'll ask you after how it's worded.
Do you think that oh no, that sounds stupid.
It's so hard, isn't it? It's so hard.
I'm gonna switch up the question. I'm gonna switch it up entirely. Switch up. Delete this one and switch it up.
What did it say originally?
Going back to, I did tell you afterwards. To go back to the earlier question about a bigger art team. When or if we get a bigger one, do you guys think that you guys have it covered in the spot? Like you've already said that you would be like the the main pusher or whatever like that. But do you guys think that I mean, like, how would you utilize this team? Like, break it down for me how you would utilize a bigger art team in a sense. Like, where would you put this artist? Where would you put that artist? Where would you, give me a layout of it. Give me a layout. Because we have a lot of different departments.
Right.
Let's look at it for Guardians. Just strictly Guardians. What are we?
Well, like, we still need a few world builders, like for one of our upcoming scenes in like this is way later down the line, not episode 2, but like one of the scenes is like a city, so we need like a world builder that would like make a nice city. We need a few character artists, like for some of the characters on the casting call hasn't gotten like an official like design yet. So I think a few concept character artists would be nice. If I had to separate them though, it'd have to be in groups, not like as in single.
Right.
So that like, people are getting along with each other and people are like working together. And if they're not, I'm going to be like, hey guys, have you worked together at all? And they're going to be like, either they're going to say yes or no. And it's be like one of those things where like if I had a choice, then I do the sessions you do, Danger, where you call the artists in particular and be like, okay, it's time to do a session. And it sit me down and be like, okay, course, time to draw Guardians. Be like, okay. I think I do that with the group too. It doesn't it wouldn't be like as long as sessions as you make them to be. I think it'd be more of like, hey, we're just gonna do a few character concepts. You don't have to like be going all out or whatever. Just want to see what you come up with for when you think of this character. And then for world builders, I think I'd leave that department for MacKenzie because she's good at her backgrounds, and I'd let her, lead that department as best as she could. And if she does have help, she can always ask me anyways. I think I'd go ask MacKenzie for help a lot too anyways. I think if I had a choice to do like sessions with like in groups, then it'd be great. I'd ask each person for like different concept art, like, not the same kind of character, like the same character, but different like clothing or designs or whatever. And that's the way I'd want to run it if I had a choice like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how MacKenzie would do it, but again, I'd leave the world to building to her and be like, okay, so you're the background artist, you're gonna ask them to draw concepts for building worlds or whatever, if that's okay with you.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's how I would do it.
Okay.
What's the
Mackenzie, you have
question?
anything to add?
I'm sorry, I always get lost during Cora's lengthy answers. Not that they're bad.
Question was about if we had a bigger team, then how would you run it?
How to utilize people.
Distribute an equal amount of work to every section of artists we have. I'm not sure how I would put them into sections, but definitely have stuff like, here, you create characters, you come up with ideas for world building, and you also do this and stuff like that. I would distribute the work equally, make sure that everybody does what they're supposed to, and if they're slacking off, then you might as well get out of here because we can obviously see that you don't care.
I say one warning, and then that's it. If you're not gonna keep up, then you're fired. Get out
Exactly.
of my
Yeah,
face.
get the hell out of here. Pretty much exactly that. I would be somewhat strict because I'm like, hey, we need to get this stuff done, but I won't be overly strict to where it's like you better do something right now. You better be working 24/7. I would say definitely have more people working on storyboards so that somebody can get the frame shots of like, okay, so the character's, looking this way, or you have basically the camera set up like this, and then have somebody else work on incorporating sketches for the background, like, oh, if they're facing this way, then this tree is over here or whatever. That way the storyboard can get done faster, and then all the artists will know what the hell they're doing.
Mhm.
Yes, that was like a very slight mini rant. Very nice, calm mini rant, though. But I don't know how I would do in such a huge role of leadership. But that's, I guess, what I would probably do if I had the power.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Glad that you guys
Really?
got to answer your questions.
Oh, it's already
Got to
3
talk.
o'clock
Yeah, it's already
my
3 o'clock.
time.
We gotta wrap it up. We gotta wrap it up.
1 o'clock here.
Yay.
Well, it's 1 o'clock there, and it's 3 o'clock over the east.
Yeah,
Anyways, guys,
I gotta get prepared.
Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Guardians Month still going on. Remember, entries for the art contest and the giveaway close tomorrow. I would get on it right now. The giveaway and art contest tomorrow, the 12th. You guys need a day if you guys are watching this later. Tomorrow, the 12th. That's the thing. And just remember that we appreciate you guys. Any messages between you guys that you want to give to the audience? Get them through the week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always push yourself further.
That's a good
Yeah.
There's nothing you can't do.
Cora, got anything insightful?
Be as creative as you are. Yeah, that's my quote, and I'm sticking to it.
Kenzie, do you want to do the outro?
Stay hip, be happening, and we'll see you all in the next video.
Next video.
Bye.